My hope is that as we all see, as Joe Biden is exposed as nothing, he's not a man anymore. He's just a shell of a human, that all the people who defend him, who are all in on it, because they all know something's not right, that it'll take them all down. Here's Kamala. We showed you this one last week. I think it's worth looking at again. Kamala saying that, you know, she'll support him.
There is speculation among some Democrats and some Republicans that President Biden won't run for re-election in 2024. What's your message to those who say that?
Listen to President Biden. He intends to run. And if he does, I intend to run with him. So there you go.
All right. The cackle. Now, this time, you remember the video that I showed you last week where she was saying he's going to run again, and she's going like this. This time, she's taking notes. So she's nodding, yes, he's going to run again. She knows he's not going to run again. She knows she's not running with him. She may run again, not against him. She may run instead of him. But she knows it's a lie, and she knows something is wrong with him. They all know it. They all know it. Remember AOC? At least she's being somewhat honest. She's saying she's not sure what she's going to do.
Oh, I just want to ask about President Biden. He is saying he's going to run again in 2024. Will you support him?
You know, if the president chooses to run again in 2024, I mean, first of all, I'm focused on winning this majority right now and preserving a majority this year in 2022. So we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. But I think if the president has a vision, then that's something certainly we're all willing to entertain and examine when the time comes.
That's not a yes.
Yeah, you know, I think we should endorse when we get to it. But I believe that the president has been doing a very good job so far. And, you know, should he run again, I think that I think we'll take a look at it.
I cannot believe it. Despite the fact I find her to be the most vapid, shell, inauthentic, unpleasant, dishonest, really vile human being who is here to only destroy America, I will give AOC credit. She's saying something a little bit kind of close to the truth. She's basically saying, hey, we used you, you old bastard. And she's not fully saying we're not going to support you because she knows she has to play the game of politics. But the way she's laughing, and we'll get to the decision on that, she knows she doesn't want Biden. She wants a true radical socialist communist, someone probably even worse than her. And we'll get to who that person might be in a few minutes. But I'll give her credit for saying something kind of honest, as opposed to Kamala, who's pretending that Joe Biden is going to run again. And speaking of pretending that Joe Biden is going to run again, here's Gay Pete.
Do you expect President Biden to run for re-election in 24? And if not, will you run?
Yes, I do expect him to run. I'll support him. And let me tell you why he's going to have a lot to be proud of. And I'm going to choose my words carefully because I'm appearing as an official and this is not a campaign-related appearance. But I'm proud to be part of this administration that has done such work to bring America back from the brink of a recession, to create record job growth, to build achievements that would not have been thought possible just a couple of years ago, like the bipartisan infrastructure law that I have the honor of working on. You know, people scoffed at the idea that you could get anything done on a bipartisan basis.
Pete is he's just such an inauthentic nothing. I always describe him, he's just a suit. He's just a suit that they put a generic guy in who would say all the generic stuff. And then, you know, you're just going to be this like little nothing footnote in history. The fact that the interviewer was saying, well, you run. It's like they probably want Pete to run because he stands for nothing, right? So it's just like you can manipulate him in any which way possible. But he knows Joe Biden is not running. It's so idiotic to say that all this stuff about the job growth. Yes, if you crush millions and millions of jobs, eventually the jobs will come back when you let people out of their houses again. It's all lies. Gay Pete has no knowledge of transportation. He was the mayor of South Bend, Indiana. They said, oh, we need a transportation secretary. Let's look at the Oppression Olympics, people. Can we get a lesbian with a limp? No, we don't have a good one? Okay. Can we get a gay guy? Ah, got one. Okay. And can we find a trans health secretary? Got one. Okay. And do we have a black lesbian to be the press secretary? Got one. And do we have a furry to be in charge of nuclear waste? Oh, you got one of those too.